Hey YouTube, WK Dad, Team DKF. YGO Report, March 2011. First off, I want to say the case bust last month was a success. Thank you everyone who participated. Fuck you to everybody who said we were going to scam people. We're partners, Age of Persuasion and I. We have thousands of subscribers. There's no reason to sully our reputation or to fuck up our cash flow or our residual income from Google by scamming subscribers. So Team DKF are buying Tech Genesis Hyper Librarians. So if you has, I must has. So if you're getting it, you somehow got it early, I must has. I'm looking for as many as you can. I am buying them. Hit me up, I must has. Team DKF will not be attending YCS Charlotte. However, we will be debuting YCS Anaheim. Haha. There is a regional this month in Lenexa, Kansas. DKF already has, or everyone on the team already has their invites. So if we do go, expect us to play fun decks. I mean, there's no reason to, no pressure. We already got our invites, whatever. So we'll probably just be playing fun decks and doing a lot of trading and playing duels for YouTube and etc, etc, etc. Also, I have a new trade binder video that I uploaded a week or so ago. The links will be somewhere in the video or down below in the description. Check that out. Offer for my wants. I have a specific set of wants, so please offer for them. Now time for my top deck predictions for March. You guys seem to like these, and I've been mostly spot on the past 2 months. So of course 6 M's. I don't care what you say about Gateway getting put to 1. The deck is still sacky, and it's still it's consistently sacky, if that makes sense. The deck tutors everything and can still go off just like never before. Soon they're beginning Shien's Dojo, and the deck becomes, in my opinion, more retarded than it was. Next, Gravekeepers. They lost 2 Book of Moons, and they lost a Warning, and they lost Royal Tribute. However, most builds only ran 2 Royal Tributes to begin with, and with the loss of the 2 Book of Moons, they can now main deck those Deep Prisons. They can potentially put some other tech cards in there. They may want to put a main decked Malefic Stardust or whatever. The deck still has a good matchup versus anything grave oriented, and 2500 defense Spy is still a bitch to get around. Finally, Chaos variants. People are kind of on the fence about this, but I played during the 3-sort format in the past, Chaos return format, and that shit was annoying. Even though there's only 1 return, there's all kind of variants that you can play. You can play Chaos Debris, Antimatter Chaos, or just straight up Chaos with Dimensional Alchemist, whatever. In the past, I got Hammer and Nail deck series. You guys can look up. They're in my budget builders. And those decks are just solid. Chaos Sorcerer is a +1. When we get the new rulings change in a couple of months, it may not be such an easy +1, but if you get to the board, it's a +1. And that's why that shit is so good. I don't care what anybody says. My wild card pick for the month of March are Hero Beats. Even though they lost the Book of Moons, and they lost the Warning, and they lost an Honest, the Shining is still a bitch. And Super Poly says fuck you to Shien. Shien is not Shien, I'm sorry, to all the other 6 samurais, and Shien can't do shit about it. You Super Poly the keys in, bring out the Earth dude, Gaia, and you run over to their Shien because his attack gets cut in half, and more than likely you took away one of the monsters he could have used for substitution jutsu, and he dies, and that's why I like that deck. Time for the fads. Right now, the fads are Karakuris. It's a huge fad. The deck is cool. You got these 2 big motherfuckers here. Age Persuasion calls Burrito a wall with spikes on it. Great wall with spikes on it, whatever. Burrito and Beret. The deck is amazing. Amazing pluses. You can run the pure build, hybrid builds, the bullshit KMP build. And you guys know that on my blog, and I made a video, I like the deck as well, but this card says fuck you Karakuris, and that's why people are abandoning the deck, because I mean, you if you manage to tribute set your Cyber Dragon, they can't stop the Cyber Dragon with the main deck oppression or the warning. Reveal the Cyber Dragon. Even if they warning the Fortress Dragon, you still got the huge plus for wiping out their whole board of robots. So I mean, that's why I call it a fad. But it's in right now. We'll see. Fads phasing out. Forbidden Lance. You know, Forbidden Lance has only been out for a couple weeks. But I see it as an outgoing fact because people are going to realize that Forbidden Lance does not replace Book of Moon. There is no replacement for Book of Moon. Don't put Forbidden Lance in the spot of Book of Moon. They are not the same card. They do not accomplish the same purpose in the sense that Book of Moon breaks up plays and makes plays, allows you to reuse flip monsters, makes monsters vulnerable, etc., etc., etc. Forbidden Lance does not do that. You know, it's a one-shot attack decrease. Say your monster from bottomless. You know, it has some nifty tricks, but it does not do what Book of Moon does. I'd like to thank you guys for a better response to the subscriber showcase. Last month I was kind of pissed off because people didn't check out the person that I had showcased. You know, even though I constantly get requests for a showcase or at least a shout out, and you guys did a better job, and I appreciate that. Those will continue. Past format videos, I'm sorry I didn't get any dual videos up. Apparently people around here don't have the old cards, and people who did sucked back then. They still suck now, and members of my team didn't want to do it or whatever. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build several different decks of that format, and then just allow the people to use a deck that I built, let them play test a couple rounds before we videotape it, so that way we can get some coverage and some examples of how games went back then. And I hope you guys like that. Finally, I got my music issue solved with YouTube. So next Tuesday, be looking for part 1 of the Ballad of Don Zalug. Some people have already heard about it. I've spoken with several people about some of the lyrics and lines that I'm going to be using. Remember, the Battle of Don Zalug is my spoken word deal for Don Zalug, kind of a story and a tale of Don Zalug and the Dark Scorpions, etc., etc., etc. It's looking to be maybe a 10-part story, and depending on how much you guys like it, you know, it can be ongoing. It can just be an epic saga. So be looking for that. When that comes around, be sure to thumbs up and just like the share. Just hitting that like. All right, that's the YGO Report for 2011 March. WK Dad, and I'm out. Peace.